ride this, Chris, out here at the lake. And we're going to start out here. I'm not sure actually if I'm going to be starting from the right parking lot or not. There's two parking areas right out here. It's a very treed area, if you can kind of see back behind me. There's a treed area, so I'm thinking they're probably actually going to put us in the grass. I'm not sure, because the cement and parking areas don't seem to have quite enough for housing all the nationals, but I could be wrong. You know, it's fairly long there, but that's where I took the footage from when I rolled out of here. And we have the bike course I'm going to post, both the sprint and Olympic distance, and the run course, sprint and Olympic distance. So let's head on out there.
Alright, so as we head out this first bit here, this was when I first used my helmet cam, and I did the course the first time riding my bike. And you can see the road's a little bit broken up, sketchy. I posted that on Instagram, but now this is the smoother section here, so all repaved all the way out, and I actually will be splicing together film pieces throughout some of the coverage I had gotten on my bike, and then some coverage I had taken on the car when I just kind of happened to drive out there to see how things were doing. Now remember, this is not official coverage from USA Triathlon. This is just what I've gotten based on the information that I had from the maps made available, and just match them up with what I had. So I don't have any data running along with it like from my Garmin or anything like that. This is more just kind of a narrative of some of the areas as we go through. And I do have it sped up a little bit. So we're hitting this first intersection here, where we take a left onto Abbott Drive.
Okay, I get to update this one because I was just taking the footage from the Olympic distance, but they are going to cone this off, so it's going to have a centerline cone for traffic going out and back on the same side. And when you get to this section here, make sure you're curving left, don't go to the right, but you'll see that with all the cones and everything. So I didn't have that on the Olympic video.
And that puts us out onto the Arthur C. Storts Expressway for a little bit. All pretty much flat up into this point. Here's your Florida climb. You coming up here on your first right-hand turn, you're going to take a right and then a left, and then there's an intersection there that we'll be going straight through. Now this also had a section that was under construction when I first took this video, even went back again, and now this is the new section here. Railroad crossing is still there. This is probably the roughest portion. I'm not sure if anything is going to be done with that by the time the race is or not. Maybe they have to get with the railroad with that. Here's your left-hand turn. Remember, this is sped up a little bit, so this doesn't look as bad as it did. And I was really glad they repaved this section, because this was probably the worst section here. A lot of semis use this section, so the cement was very broken up all through here. So again, they did an awesome job on getting this repaved. And then here is that intersection that I had noted, just going straight through that. Little rise in the road here. You can see off to the right there, that's the trail I was talking about to somebody. I hadn't talked about it yet. And that trail follows this course all the way up. So we're going to switch out here from this coverage that I had gotten of this section here, that was the new section. So we're going to, this is another day that I had taken this. So this gets a little bit jumpy for a little bit. Apologize for that. I tried putting it through a stabilizer software, but it just blurred it. So the roads are not this bumpy. It's also the new blacktop. Missouri River is to your right, so behind all those trees. We'll get a little bit of a downhill here. Pick up a little speed. And that's the I-680 bridge up above, so I'll mention that again here in just a little bit. But we'll go right on straight through this stop sign, going underneath Interstate 680, which is north of town. And we're heading out towards NP Dodge Park. Now this section here, since a week before the race, I haven't seen if this has been repaved or not. So you can kind of see there's a groove there where they must have laid a new pipe of some sort, but they definitely had dug that up. But in riding it, I mean, just stay to one side or the other, and those grooves aren't deep for catching your wheel or anything that I could tell, and it ends right there. There's that trail again, so again, if you have some spectators that want to come and cruise up and down the trail, it follows this course. You see this road right up here, then it veers to the left. This is the turnaround for the sprint distance, from what I can tell again. Not official, but from what I can tell. So we just went under the bridge there where that arrow is, and then the turnaround right there, NP Dodge Park. The Olympic distance goes straight on through. So then again, if you look at your map, this is the Interstate 680 north of town. We're going under right here. You'll get a great view of the Missouri River there if you take a look to the left. And then heading back right onto that really smooth road again. Coming up a little rise here. It'll just be a quick power up over, flattens back out, and then we'll go back downhill. So enjoy the smooth roads. So I really hope this is helping you guys out, getting to see portions of the course and seeing where there's a rise that you can tell doesn't really last too long, so you can just power up and over it and go right back into a hard pace. Even though it's all supposed to be in a hard pace. So, but it's just nice to know, not being local, you know, getting to see portions of the course. So I really hope this is helping you guys out again. So I had this footage, and then I had to splice back in because this section here was sketchy, but now it's redone as well. Heading back in John J. Pershing, then we taking that right on 16th Street again. Alright, so we're taking our left here off of 16th Street onto the expressway, and from here you just know that it's roughly about 2.5 miles or so from what I measured to the finish. So here's your little Florida rise again, up and over and down, and crank it on in. You should get fired up and getting ready for your run. So this actually, the Storts Expressway going the direction we're going is what takes us to the airport, and going back behind us the other way is what goes to Highway 75, which hits you into downtown. So kind of look on a map and see how that all comes together. And then the expressway, as it curves, comes into Abbott Drive, and then we'll be on Abbott Drive until we take the right on Carter Boulevard back into the lake.